Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lydia.
Et moi c'est Kevin et ensemble nous sommes
Kevin and Lydia, becoming a family. Everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we wanted to talk a little bit more about parenthood and the differences from becoming first-time parents, so from going from 0 to 1 child, and then from becoming parents to 2, from going from 1 child to 2. The differences that we found, the struggles, the advantages, which do we prefer, and what is the truth? Is it actually easier to go from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 2? Because it doesn't seem very logic that the more you add, the easier it'll get, but we'll let you know our personal opinion. But before we go into the video, Kevin, tell them what they gotta do.
Nous vous invitons toujours à liker notre contenu, partager notre chaîne YouTube, nous aider à grandir et abonnez-vous. C'est parti.
So we're not gonna waffle along too much. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Personally, I would say the transition going from 1 to 2 was so much easier than from becoming first-time parents and going from 0 to 1. I'm pretty sure you probably heard that before if you're a parent, or I don't know if you're a parent to 1 or to 2, but if you're in that transition where you're expecting your second child, then I just want to be here to encourage you. It is so much easier.
Really?
So much easier. I was even saying this to Kevin the other day. If there was anything that I would never want to do again over the course of our 5 years of marriage, if there's one thing that I would never want to do again, it's become first-time parents. And Kevin was like, yeah, I mean, obviously you can share, but I just think, looking back, and that whole season, no, I'm not trying to scare anybody out there, but personally, that's why I'm here today, to say that 1 to 2, or I'm pretty sure 2 to 3, or if you ever had kids on, I don't think it'll ever be as hard as going from 0 to 1.
C'est quoi le plus dur? Techniquement, qu'est-ce qui est
What do
plus
you mean?
dur? I'm asking, dis-le concrètement.
What is hard?
Yeah.
I think, I've always said, and I always explain it to people that, for example, if you're going to get married, I think you can go and listen to other married couples and you can hear their experiences. If you're trying to understand how to become a wife or a husband, there are books. I feel like even the Bible gives you passages on how to become a wife, how to be a husband. I feel like you really can gain an understanding and a knowledge of how to become a husband or a wife. However, I feel like there is nowhere that can truly prepare you to become a mother, to become a father, to become a parent, other than walking through that experience yourself. And it doesn't matter if you really do read every parenting book out there, go and spend a weekend with a family to have a little taste of what it's going to be. I truly think it's your own personal experience that you have to walk through. And I just think it kind of smacks you a little bit.
Je suis d'accord avec toi parce qu'en fait c'est la seule chose, je me souviens, j'avais dit à mon pasteur, pourquoi tu m'as pas prévenu?
Yeah.
Et genre je me souviens parce que le mariage déjà ça te gifle. Parce que la vie commune à vivre avec une personne et tout.
You can expect it, right?
Ça dépend si t'avais. En fait, parce que nous les chrétiens on vit pas avec la personne avant.
Yeah, but I feel
si t'as vécu la personne avant, non.
You can think my life's gonna change. I don't know.
Non, pas vraiment. En fait, chaque transition ça choque parce que c'est une première transition. Ça gifle aussi parce que t'as jamais vécu avec une femme. Là, il faut tout partager, tout mettre dans un pot commun, devenir un. Non, ça te gifle aussi.
But you're just dealing with your own individual selves.
Yeah, but c'est
when you have a baby.
Non, mais pour moi c'est pareil en fait parce que c'est une nouvelle transition. En fait, toutes les nouvelles transitions te giflent.
Okay.
Toutes les premières te giflent. Première fois que tu es avec une personne, ça te gifle. Premier enfant, ça te gifle. Mais si maintenant, tu as déjà vécu avec une personne et vous divorcez, tu vis avec une autre personne, ça va pas te gifler autant. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Parce que tu as déjà vécu. Mais genre, en fait, pour moi, être marié, ça m'a giflé. Premier enfant, ça te gifle parce que, comme tu as dit, rien peut te préparer à ça.
Yeah.
Le mariage, c'est pareil. Enfin, tu peux lire les livres de mariage, mais...
I'm talking from my personal standpoint. I just think that you can have an idea of what it's going to be, but you know what I was just trying to say, that I think why you can manage it better is because you're dealing with yourself and then another person, whereas you know how you feel in that moment, the other person can express. We're dealing with adults here. Yeah. Whereas when it's a baby, you two have got to keep this baby alive.
Non, je suis d'accord que de 0 à 1, c'est beaucoup plus dur que de 1 à 2. De 0 à 1, après, moi, l'avantage que j'avais, c'est que j'ai grandi avec des bébés. Donc, il y a des choses que moi, j'avais, que ça allait. Après, la différence, c'est que papa et maman, c'est différent.
Yeah.
Toi, tu allaites. j'allaite pas. Comment l'enfant t'affecte, c'est pas pareil que comment l'enfant m'affecte moi. Je sais pas comment dire. Moi, c'était plus toi qui m'allait m'affecter plus que l'enfant. Parce que c'était changements hormonaux, c'était une personne différente. Maintenant, t'es passé de jeune fille à maman.
And you didn't understand that, like, you were experiencing that for the first time.
Exactly. En fait, c'est que ça gifle différemment. Mais je dirais tout de même que de 1 à 2, c'est plus facile, entre guillemets. Mais ça peut être aussi compliqué parce que, par exemple, si de 0 à 1, au tout début, je faisais pas grand-chose. Quand on allaitait, tu fais qu'allaiter, dormir, bien, fais qu'allaiter, dormir. Maintenant, quand il y a 2, t'es obligé de t'occuper d'un enfant tout le temps. Maintenant, Keza était vraiment qu'à moi. Et toi, tu étais avec quelqu'un. Au début, c'était un peu chaud sur moi. Mais après, c'était pas vraiment le fait de l'enfant qui m'était dur. C'était vraiment l'expérience de passer de 1 à 2. Mais je peux comprendre pourquoi on dit que de passer de 2 est plus facile que de passer à 1. Parce que tu connais déjà.
You're already in it. And also depends how close you have your children together. I would say we actually had our children kind of spaced apart. Like, because our eldest was 2 years, 2 months. Which is still young. I know many people that are still young, but for me, I thought it was going to be, we're going to have like an 18-month kind of like, we were going to be 2 under 2, kind of like just get them all out, like just keep them going. So you stay in that rhythm of like nappies and breastfeeding, and like you don't really come out of it, because that can also be, I think, a huge smack if your child is a lot older and they're very like independent, and then you have to go back to that newborn stage where this newborn is solely 100% dependent on you. Whereas yes, you know, your toddler is still dependent upon you, but when they sleep through the night, when they like feed themselves, when they, you know, they can even maybe get dressed themselves, it's like there's a very big difference. And if they're potty trained, there's a very big difference when they can take care of their basic needs with guidance, as opposed to a newborn that needs you to do everything for them. So every transition, like you were explaining, is still a period of transition and change, but I just would never want to walk through that again.
Non, je comprends. Mais après, chaque expérience est différente pour chaque personne. Mais un truc qui est cool, je dirais, quand tu passes 1 à 2, le premier enfant, c'est l'enfant test. Bla bra, t'essayes tout sur lui. T'essayes tout sur lui. Le deuxième, t'es chill, mon frère. Parce que le premier, tu veux tout faire bien. L'enfant, elle est blowout, tu nettoies. Le deuxième, tu dis, ça a touché la bille? Non, ça c'est bon, on peut passer. L'enfant tombe, oh, c'est pas grave. En fait, le deuxième, t'es moins chill. Il dort, il fait pas les nuits aussi rapidement, c'est pas grave. Aïka, elle a pas marché aussi vite que Keza, c'est pas grave. En fait, t'es beaucoup plus chill avec le deuxième que le premier, vu que tu sais pas, tu veux tout bien faire, tout ce que tu as appris, limite, tu veux le mettre en pratique bêtement avec Google, alors que le deuxième, en mode, c'est bon. C'est pour ça que je dis en fait que le premier, c'est vraiment Keza, celle qui nous a vraiment ouvert la voie.
Ça, and always, like, even to today, because she's walking through all these phases of like the terrible / terrific twos, like she's walking through all these phases, and like now she's the one that's preparing us, so everything we walk through her will always be the first with her. But I also, something that you briefly said, but I think as well, why I think it's so hard as well to become a first-time parent in today's society is because there is information overload. Like, you just open your phone and you either you can type into Google, like, why is my child not pooping? And you're gonna think like your child is dying, or else you're gonna be like, there's so many things on Instagram, there's so many motherhood accounts now, there's so many parent accounts, and I feel that it can just be so overwhelming because you think there's this standard, or there is this way that you should have your child like programmed. And as much as these people are only trying to help you because it's very overwhelming, sometimes it can actually be so unhelpful, because when your child isn't doing it perfectly like these Instagram babies, you're like, what's wrong with my child? Whereas they're just trying to, everything we should always remember is like Instagram is always just a highlight reel, or it's always just a
That's why I used to tell this girl.
Guidance.
Parce que Lydia a vu la différence, c'est que Lydia, elle n'a pas grandi avec les enfants. Elle n'a pas eu d'enfants. Moi, j'ai vu beaucoup d'enfants. Ma nièce, elle vit chez nous depuis qu'elle avait 10 jours. Ma soeur, elle a un enfant jeune. Enfin, j'ai grandi avec les bébés qui sont nés sur moi. Donc, en fait, moi, je disais à Lydia, tu lis ce que tu lis, c'est bien, mais ça, c'est leur enfant à eux. Yeah. Toi, ton enfant est différent de cet enfant-là. C'est à toi de voir ton enfant, comprendre ton enfant. Et ce qu'il vit, c'est différent de ce que la personne... C'est ça qu'on dit toujours, nous, qu'on partage nos expériences, c'est nos expériences à nous. Ne prenez pas ça et allez dire que moi, ça va être pareil. Nos enfants sont pas pareils que vos enfants, et ainsi de suite. C'est pour ça que je dis aussi, le danger, parfois, quand tu es avec tes enfants, surtout le premier, c'est que tu vas sur Internet, Google... Moi, j'allais dire à un moment, arrête de Google, arrêtez de Google. Regarde ton enfant. Tes parents, tu ressens, tu connais ton enfant. Tu sais qu'il va pas bien, tu sais qu'il va... Tu sais.
But that's why... I don't know if somebody said it to me and it like was imprinted on my heart, and now I say it to any new parent, first time parent, or I don't know, any parent, is that do what works for you and your family. Like, as in you and your partner and the child. And if that's working for you, and if every baby book or Instagram account is saying you should never do that, if it's working for you and everybody's in good health and everybody's safe, then do it. But if it's not working for you and your family, then that's when you should change it. Because I just think I had to, like, there is some great stuff out there, but I think you have to know how to sieve it and like how to filter it to pick and choose okay, I'm gonna try that, and if it doesn't work, let's try something else. And I think I just was very transfixed in that first year of my first daughter's life, that everything needed to be this way, and I'd get very frustrated. I didn't understand why certain things were going this way and that way. And that's why I just think it's your own personal journey that you do have to walk through. And I think even if you've got like the best community around you, there's still things you're gonna question as yourself, because I think that's just what it is, parenthood. But I think that's how it's kind of designed to be.
Yeah.
I think even if everybody's like, but I had people being like, don't worry, it's normal, or telling me, yeah, maybe like you should just do this a bit more of that, I would still be like, oh my gosh, am I doing this right? Am I the worst mum? Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm never gonna come out of this. But it's just because it's just a phase. And the other thing we always say is that everything is just a phase. And pretty much as quickly as you've entered into this phase, as quickly as you'll come out of it. Like, I can't believe we have a 3.5, almost 4-year-old today. Like, it's insane. Like, I can't believe that is like... Yeah.
Non, mais c'est clair. En tout cas, dites-nous en commentaire comment ça a été pour vous si vous avez plusieurs enfants. Si c'était plus dur de passer de 0 à 1 ou de 1 à 2. Et qu'est-ce que vous voulez qu'on parle de plus sur la parentalité, parce que les gens se rendent compte que notre channel c'est Kevin et Lydia Becoming a Family. On parle beaucoup de dating, mariage et tout, mais pas assez souvent parce que on ne sait pas si ça vous intéresse, parce que je sais qu'il y a beaucoup de célibataires qui nous suivent et tout, mais je ne sais pas s'il y a des parents qui nous suivent. Et dites-nous quel type de vidéo vous voulez voir sur ce sujet-là, et on partagera ce que à two cents, comme on dit en anglais, hein, notre petit, c'est pas ce qu'on dit, notre petit. Toi, tu connais pas, on dit I share my 2 cents, like my 2.
Oh, okay, sorry, you're an American on me.
Elle m'a regardé que tu parles anglais. Alright.
Well, thank you for listening. Bye.